Hey guys, you're watching History of Country, and today we've got something awesome for you. The year 2025 marks a significant chapter in Canadian history, defined by political evolution, cultural shifts, and responses to global and domestic challenges. As Canada continues to navigate its role on the international stage, this year has brought pivotal changes that reflect both the country's enduring values and its willingness to adapt to a rapidly transforming world. In the political landscape, 2025 has been a year of change and reflection. Following the 2023 federal election, the Liberal government faced increasing pressure from opposition parties and the public to address key issues such as housing affordability, healthcare reform, and Indigenous reconciliation. By 2025, bold policy initiatives were underway. The federal government launched new housing strategies aimed at increasing supply and regulating foreign ownership, particularly in cities like Toronto and Vancouver, where affordability had reached crisis levels. These efforts, while ambitious, sparked debates about government overreach and the balance between development and sustainability. Indigenous issues remained central to national discourse. Building on the findings of previous Truth and Reconciliation reports and the ongoing search for unmarked graves at former residential school sites, Canada took further steps toward meaningful reconciliation. In 2025, the government increased funding for Indigenous education and healthcare while advancing legislation to protect Indigenous languages and cultural heritage. Many Indigenous leaders, however, continued to push for more direct action and autonomy, emphasizing that reconciliation must go beyond symbolic gestures and lead to real structural change. Economically, Canada demonstrated resilience amid global uncertainty. While inflation remained a concern, the Bank of Canada implemented measured strategies to stabilize prices. The economy benefited from strong performance in sectors such as clean energy, technology, and natural resources. The transition toward a green economy accelerated in 2025, with major investments in wind, solar, and hydroelectric power. Canada's vast geography and natural resources positioned it as a global leader in sustainable energy. The federal government also introduced incentives for electric vehicle production and usage, supporting its climate goals and creating jobs in manufacturing and innovation. In terms of healthcare, Canada made progress in addressing systemic pressures that had been intensified by the COVID-19 pandemic. Provinces collaborated with the federal government to expand mental health services, reduce surgical backlogs, and integrate digital healthcare solutions. Debates continued around the role of private healthcare providers within the publicly funded system, a contentious issue that highlighted tensions between innovation and accessibility. Internationally, Canada reinforced its commitment to multilateralism and peacekeeping. The country played an active role in supporting Ukraine, responding to humanitarian crises, and addressing global climate change. Diplomatic efforts emphasized collaboration with traditional allies, including the United States and European nations, while also strengthening partnerships in the Indo-Pacific region. Canada's immigration policy remained welcoming, with an increased focus on skilled labor and refugee resettlement, reflecting both humanitarian values and demographic needs. Culturally, 2025 was a year of creativity and inclusion. Canadian artists, filmmakers, and musicians gained international recognition, while discussions around national identity, bilingualism, and multiculturalism remained vibrant. Social media and digital platforms continued to influence political and cultural narratives, particularly among youth. Overall, 2025 stands as a landmark year in Canadian history, a time of transition, challenge, and opportunity. As Canada looks toward the future, it does so with a growing awareness of its past and a strong desire to shape a more equitable, sustainable, and united society.